All right, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is Starla Scribner. I'm a 200K out of Granbury, Texas. As you can see, I am driving today from my mom's house. I love how we get to just fit this business in wherever we are. Had I been speaking and leading this entire Zoom, just disclaimer, I would have parked and pulled over, but thank goodness I have Megan to rely on today. She's super excited. I love already our conversation this morning about today and what she wanted to talk about. And she said, I'm fired up already. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what we need on a Monday. You guys know I love these Monday morning Zooms. I love starting my week off with you guys and with leadership tips. I was telling my team last night on our team huddle that I remember specifically, it's like your husband or your kid's birthday, when you get a date ingrained in your head that you just remember. September 18th is actually the official anniversary date of Le-Vel, which is why they launched that promo yesterday going into today. So fun that we get to be a part of that. We most of us were not here on day one, and that doesn't matter because we're going to be here, all the years we've been here now and all the years to come. We have decades and decades of things to celebrate, and I'm excited just to get into that. So Megan, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you cover all the excitement of today and this week and everything that is to come. So Megan Shaughnessy, thank you for saving my day.
It's Monday. Everything's out of whack. As I dropped off my kids and they were yelling at me, I smiled and waved and said goodbye. It's Monday. It's okay. And I'm super excited. I will say, you guys, like, everything has been up in the air and life is changing and things are weird, but it's September and it's the perfect time to get back into a routine and get back into the swing of things. And I think Le-Vel has launched this promo at the perfect time. So Starla and I just talked about, I'm going to give you guys updates on what's happening now, but I want you to be able to walk away with like 3 things that you can do starting today and the rest of this week that will help you to stay connected to your business and get consistent. If you're hopping on, you are not muted, just so you know. Everybody's real quiet, but if you're on, just know you're not muted as you entered. So mute yourself, please. So I hope you can leave this Zoom with like 3 or 4 things that you can actively do this week to connect yourself with your business. And so I would love to know in the comments how long everybody's been with the company, just so I can kind of speak to that as we go. How long have you had your business? I have personally, like Starla said, I'll never forget the day that I started thriving. I placed my first order on April 7th of 2015. I've been promoting since probably a month after that. And so it's been 7 years, almost 8, which is crazy. So as I speak to things, you may be like, oh, it changes, right? And we're all in different seasons. And I think that's something to keep in mind. There's going to be different seasons of your business. There's that beginning season that's super fun and you're just excited and you have a brand new story, and your seasons will change as you go through all of these years. But one thing that never changes for me is the excitement with Le-Vel, you guys. I used to teach first grade, but the excitement for me is so important. And so I think that's the coolest part about Le-Vel is there is always this buzz of excitement that we have as we go through these months and years with Le-Vel. It's never quiet. If you're hopping on, you can mute. You don't automatically get muted as you jump on. I'll tell you a little bit about my story to kick this off, you guys. My name is Megan Shaughnessy, and I live in a tiny town in Minnesota. And I, prior to Thrive, was a first grade teacher. Like I said, I taught first grade for 15 years. I was a reading specialist. I loved it, loved the kids, loved everything about it. Had 2 kids. Life was crazy. My mom told me I would for sure want to stay home. I told her she was nuts that I loved working. Then that first kid went to kindergarten, my daughter Samantha, and I thought, what in the heck am I doing at work? I need to get home. And shocked myself. And that kind of started the ball rolling for me. But I also had lost about 80 pounds when I was in college. And so I was constantly always focused on health and wellness too. So I had this kind of perfect storm brewing, and somebody had posted about Thrive, and I saw them and I thought, well, I try everything. I've tried every supplement. Give me that. And so I grabbed it and sampled all wrong, lied to her, ordered a month still, took it all wrong, didn't love it. But my mom and sister joined me when I first started and they did love it. And so I committed to really getting on a call with somebody, third-party validation is huge, you guys, and taking the products correctly. And 30 days later-ish, right? First day I remember thinking, well, I'm not dead. And I didn't take all the other supplements I used to take. About the third day, I remember thinking, am I kind of happy? Because if you're a teacher, you're not really happy with your own kids. You're pretty much annoyed with that. And by the 10th day, I remember thinking, I didn't nap. And if you knew me before Thrive, I napped every day. Every day was my full-time job. No, it was my second full-time job. And I was sold. And, as it went on, it just kept getting better. And about 2 to 3 weeks in, like I said, I thought, well, other people need to know about this. I'm thriving for free, which is incredible. Rachel told me about some, either she could get paid or I could. And I thought, why not? I actually also made wedding cakes on the side. It's a secret you didn't know about me. So I thought, well, I've always loved a little side cash. I'll take that. And the rest is history. I've absolutely loved this journey. I stay home now full time. I did step away from teaching after a year of promoting Thrive. And that's been a huge blessing to my family. And so I'm a lifer. I'm going to be here forever. I love Thrive. There isn't a single day that I don't wake up and take my 3 steps, you guys. And that's something that I always hang my hat on. And so, although that story is so ancient to a lot of people, I'll say like, I used to be a teacher. Oh, you were? Because they'll meet me and think they didn't know that. My story is different now, but my story is always centered around those 3 steps and how they've impacted my life, because they do. Still to this day, they impact how I feel every day. And so I'm super excited for all the celebrations coming up. Like Starla said, if you haven't noticed them, you're living under a rock. But I am one who really likes to mimic other leaders that I like. And when I say mimic, I mean, I'm not stealing their words exactly, but success leaves clues, you guys. And so if you are somebody who follows Starla or follows me, I highly suggest sticking with your exact upline, because they've done what you're doing now and they're probably pretty good at it if they're consistent on social media. But I love to follow my leaders. And what I notice about people who are consistently in this business, still having success, they're showing up every day. And so if you're following those leaders, I hope to God you've seen that we have a 10-year celebration coming, because your leaders probably have posted about Le-Vel having a 10-year anniversary and the promo that's currently out. And so ask yourself, are you taking advantage of these celebrations that Le-Vel is putting out? Have you put up a post about the 10% off? Have you talked about the 10-year celebration? Like 10 years is still such a baby of a company. It really is. I mean, you can't name that many companies that have made it 10 years in direct sales. They're either 40 or 0. Let's be clear on that. So 10, we're going to make it to 40, and we're still such a baby. That's something to celebrate. People are always watching, right? Nobody wakes up thinking they want to join an MLM. I'm telling you that. I surely didn't. But when I was ready to, I definitely wanted to join somebody who was consistently talking about it. Right. And that makes it really hard if we're not. So I think all the celebrations that are happening right now are really exciting. And if we didn't have that, how hard would it be to be consistent on social media? Right. We have all the answers. We just have to use them. So success leaves clues. That's something that I've been really working on lately, is like, okay, if I'm watching these leaders that have gone before me and had success and they're all posting the similar thing, what am I doing? Like, am I now decided I'm the social media expert and it's not a good post? That's wrong, Megan. That's wrong. Addie's on here and I never told you this, Addie, but a bunch of 200Ks posted this post the other day. And then I was talking to one of my 200Ks, Tiffany Wagner, and I told her, I just don't like that post. I don't like that post at all. And Tiffany said, oh, well, I posted that yesterday. And the very next day, Addie Baloney said, hey, I posted this post, you guys. She's in a thread with some other 200Ks. And she's like, and it's just blowing up. And I thought, when did I decide I'm the master of the social media? That was stupid, Megan. Get that post out. So always remember that success leaves clues. And sometimes we overthink things. And, the celebrations that Le-Vel gives us are incredible. It's not happening in other companies, because I follow a lot of other companies. It's not happening. So they have to make things up every day to post. So really they're just posting about themselves, which is quite boring, because they don't have anything happening. They really don't. They don't have lifestyle getaways coming up. They don't have 10-year anniversary parties with amazing graphics and energy drinks that have special cans coming out. I need to order those today. So that's something to keep in mind, is really the celebrations are huge. Use those to your advantage. And this 10% off when you order 2 products, take advantage of it, you guys. Take advantage of it. I loved how Starla said, be the leader. Crystal, if you're hopping on, will you mute out? Sorry, you don't mute upon entrance anymore during this one. If you haven't purchased some products, that's one thing that I love when Starla started this and said, be the leader, lead your team, put the Zoom in your threads. That's another thing with new products, right? I'll talk to 12Ks and they'll say, well, I haven't really tried that chill thing. Well, what? The excitement that comes with new products is trying them, right? And there is a sense of realness, a sense of people trust you more if you tell the truth. Like, I'll tell you guys, I take heat every day. It's right here. Look at it. Take it every day. I take it every day. I'm obsessed with it. It tastes like trash, absolute trash, but I love it. And so if people ask me, that's what I tell them. And there are products I don't love. Very few, but there are a couple maybe. They just don't take, probably. Not that I don't love them, but I'm just honest when people ask me things, but you can't be honest unless you know what we have out there. So take advantage of this 10% off promo to purchase some things, and free shipping is epic too, especially if you live in Minnesota, because we have shipping and tax. So take advantage of it to order some things you haven't tried before, and then speak to those things on your social media. People pay attention. When I said I take one of those every day, people commented on it. I would like to try some. How does it taste? And I said, tastes like trash. And then it opened up comments. People were like, what? Did she just write that? Sure did. So use those things, use the celebration and the excitement. I have never bought anything from anybody who didn't seem excited about it. I'll say that. So something to keep in mind too is find your excitement. Where can you find excitement? Well, for me, it's taking my products correctly, because when I wake up and take them right, and then I actually move my body, Amanda Franklin's on here. We walked this morning, which is, that's our workout. But we walked and I felt like, oh my gosh, my adrenaline is just pumping. I'm moving. Like, move your body, and then you'll feel Thrive working, and be a product of the product, right? I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not a size 4. I don't look like a fitness model at all, not even close. I look like a mom, but definitely that's the best we got going here. But I'm a product of the product in the way that I'm showing my DFT. After our workout, Amanda posted a picture of herself in the car. Her DFT was showing, looking at the gym we were at. And I thought, well, that was genius. I didn't do that. Be a product of the product. Our product is health and wellness. All we did was walk really slowly and talk. But that's health, right? Like moving, that's more than the 90% of the world did this morning. So you don't have to be any sort of special way. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be a certain way. When we say product of the product, it means take the products and talk about them, right? If you're taking products every day, and this is a reminder to myself, why are you not talking about them every day? So in a day that goes by that I don't take Thirst, heck, I probably have like 3 packets of that stuff a day. Not a day that goes by that I don't take Balance, Ambiotic, and collagen, and my 3 steps. And I take many, many DFTs. I have several, currently have at least 3 stickers on. So be a product of the product and talk about it. And it's good to just remind yourself and give yourself grace that there are going to be times where you're like, life got in the way and I didn't do it. And that's okay. But those leaders that have success leave clues. And I'll tell you, they just don't quit. They really don't. And I haven't gotten that good at it yet, but there are some of my leaders that I follow that I think, heck, if they don't do it every single day, it is relentless, but I'm always watching them. I love consistency. My brain loves to watch other people consistently love something. So think about that when you're talking about stuff. You're not annoying. It's not, oh, here I go again. I know you're bothered by my post, but no, people love to see passion. People love to see consistency in anything. They love to watch people love something over and over again. Right? And so that I would keep in mind, like how I follow this lady, she just loves her husband relentlessly. And I think, I know that guy, he's Average at best. All right. She's loving him. All she does is talk about it every day. She's posting like 3 times. She's got quotes up about it. She's talking about what they do. And I'm thinking, I want to be that good about, like, she is a good wife. That is exciting. And her excitement about him excites me for what I don't know. But if she had posted something that she's doing, right? If there was some sort of book she read or some sort of thing she's doing, I would buy it right now, because she has consistently talked about him for the 2 months that I've been her friend on Facebook and not given up. And do you think she wakes up every day and thinks, I'm not going to post about him today because I'm sure there's some people that are annoyed by that? She doesn't care. And I just watch her like a hawk, and a lot of other people do too. So remember that consistency is attractive. Passion is attractive. And being you is attractive. And those things create excitement, and that excitement is contagious. It's contagious to your team, and it's contagious to people who are watching you, even if they don't seem like they are. They're watching. They really are. You have those people. We all watch movie stars, right? We all follow the Instagram stars, the ones, right? But I'm talking about this is a basic mom living a mile away from me. There are basic people around me that are inspiring. And so I challenge you to take a minute right now and think about, do you have anybody basic around you that's not a thriver, that inspires you in that way, that posts about something consistently, that talks about it every day, and that you just can't stop watching? If you have one, put it in the chat. Also, when you're a teacher, you're willing to wait in silence for a little bit. Who do you have that's a little bit inspiring? Justin says, yep. And he bought from him 2 times in the last 90 days. Yep. Right? All these people posting their Amazon clothes. Let's just go there, right? Like we click on those links and we're buying that stuff. And all they're making is like a 2% gain on my purchase. Good for them. Do they know what they could do if they could build a team doing that? Like, we're so lucky. We can do 10 times the amount of income that they can in those referral links, but they're not bothering us. We're watching, we're touching the link, and we're purchasing. So always remember that it's not boring. Oh yes, Paul and Jason too. I thought that this morning too, Addie. Jason he reposted the Lavelle video that's talking about the 10-year anniversary. Like, they're consistently talking about Thrive and how it has changed their lives in a basic way. If you're hopping on, you can mute out. You're not muted as you initially get on. And people feel real. I'm going to say that, you guys. I was telling my husband this weekend, I had a couple conversations with other moms. I started a Bunko League in our town. We have 30 moms and 30 daughters doing Bunko. Not one of those people thrives with me. I'm going to get them thriving with me because I'm the lady who's talking the loudest, being the most fun. But so many people are scared to talk to each other. So many people are scared to talk to the ladies standing next to you at the volleyball game, sitting next to you at the basketball game, the other parents that you're hanging out with on the sidelines of the soccer game that we're not speaking to each other. Be the person who stands up and says, hi, I'm Megan. My daughter Samantha, she's out there. Yeah, don't watch her too long. She's looking over there at the boys. Nice to meet you. You want to join our Bunko League? Be the mom, because then all of a sudden I'm the mom saying hi to everybody and saying, hey, Hannah's mom, do you know this mom? Your girls are standing out there next to each other. Do you know? Oh, we don't know each other. People don't speak to each other. Start doing that, right? I think we think so big, right? We think like these Instagram stars. We need to be attracting Instagram stars. And I'll be the first one to pray I get the next Instagram star attracted to me. Let's do this. But that's not really me. So I have to talk to the moms next to me. And honestly, that's how I built my business. So I am constantly on the lookout from other moms who are trying to survive this rat race because they need what I have. And that's when you start to really find magic, you guys, is when you can find other people that are similar to you. And you're going to do that through friending them on social media, staying consistent with your love of Thrive, then being that voice out in when you're out and about, so that then when they finally hang out with you, like a lady did the other day, hey, tell me about Thrive. Well, duh, she's going to say that because I am aggressive on social media with it. She can't help but say it because it's weird if she doesn't say it. But I never said the word to her face to face. I just lived on social media really loudly. So think about that. You know, being that person who has the excitement, who celebrates the celebrations that Le-Vel has to offer us, and shows up. And then the last thing I was going to say is never be afraid to pivot. Never be afraid to pivot. And when I say pivot, I mean pivot in what you think is working or what is or isn't working, right? I see so many people say like, well, it didn't work. Might as well join another company. Wherever you go, you are. That is you. You're going to be there, right? With the same ideas and the same ways. And so it might sound fun for a little bit, you know, when we change the what, but we always end up in the same spot. It's still us. And so if you feel like something isn't quite working, just pivot. And I wrote down, you can always change the story. You know, your story can always change. Your story doesn't have to be, oh, I'm a mom and I have this business, but it doesn't do very well because that's just who I am. I've done this a few times. Your story can change. You can start to post consistently. You can start to make consistent connections with real people. You can show up. You can be the happy person. You can lead your team in sharing the Zooms and jumping on the Zooms and sharing the notes. You don't have to rely on your 200K. That's where the magic starts to happen. So you can pivot and become the leader that maybe you haven't done in a while. Maybe you haven't been there. Summer got crazy with our kids. It's okay to pivot and jump back in. Nobody ever really needs an explanation. Nobody needs to really have a conversation. You don't really need to do like a one-on-one with your 200K about that. You just need to wake up and do it. Just got to do it. And it's okay to say every Monday, today's a new day. Like if you've told yourself the last 3 Mondays, you're going to get sitting at that desk and do something and you haven't, it's okay to say it again today. Right? People who have success in changing their lives, doing things differently, they might have to do that 7 Mondays in a row. Coming from someone who's lost weight in the past, there are many Mondays I have to say it is a new day and I'm just going to get back to what I know works. So always be willing to pivot and jump back in anytime. You know, I was talking to Amy Young, she's on here, and I said this morning, like it kind of is like parenting, right? Like you'll stand on the hill that you're going to die on and you'll be like, I am never going to do that. That's not happening. We are not in this house. Da, 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 da. And then it doesn't work. And you're like, oh shoot, we got to pivot. We got to do something different. That's not working. She's not listening. I told her she had to have straight A's or I would take away her phone and it's not scaring her. What are we going to do now? So you got to think about it in the same way that if you were consistently doing something in your home and it wasn't working, you would just find a new way. You wouldn't really worry about it too much. And it's the same with business. So if you've been doing things a certain way and it's not working, just change. Like currently, reels and short videos are where it's at. It's okay to pivot and start doing that. I mean, how many of us wake up and just start scrolling through those short videos in Facebook? If you're old, we're still on Facebook and we're just watching the short videos. If you're young, you already were all over in the Snapchat or TikTok, touching those videos. But that's where we are. So it makes sense to pivot and work there. Is it scary? Yes. But if you're you and you're real, it actually might be kind of funny. And it is what it is, right? Like it is weird at the beginning. I am 100% sure that my 13-year-old daughter had a friend say, your mom's over there on TikTok, and sent her a couple of videos. And I was like, well, it is what it is. That's my job, Samantha. And that's where I'll be doing my TikToks. So, you know, is it scary? Is it different? For sure. But when you consistently show up and you consistently keep doing it, those people that are like, I'd be like, well, that's who she is. That's what she does. Still like her. Because she is kind of fun when I see her out and about. she's doing those TikToks. I'm going to watch her. They're watching. They really are. So, and then you're in your stories too, you guys, make sure that you're connecting with other people on social media, and get in there and do it all. So I would say, if you want 3 things that you can work on right now, today, Monday through Friday, every day, celebrations. What can you use? What is Le-Vel giving us for celebrations? We have a 10-year anniversary. We have new products that have come out. OUI is still new. And we are drinking tons of it at our house. Good God, I forgot to list that one. I can't. My 13-year-old daughter likes it. That should say something. She doesn't like anything. OUI is big. Use it still. The 10-year anniversary that's coming up, and there's new DFTs with the new formula, and we're going to celebrate it in 2 days. Even if you're not on a plane headed there, use it to share with people that this is what my business is doing. Number 2 was celebrations, excitement. Oh, I didn't talk about this one, but gratitude. Be grateful all the time for what Le-Vel is giving us, and be grateful for where you are currently in your journey. And then number 3, don't be afraid to pivot. So if you can wake up every day and say, do I need to pivot, or is what I'm doing working? Have I shared some celebrations today on social media? And am I grateful for where my business is at? Because that is what's so attractive. It's so attractive to people that are watching you guys. It's what attracts me. I don't think she's on, but Jennifer Van Zant, man, that lady just wakes up and puts like sparkles in the sky every day. And it's positive. So attractive to me. So attractive. So find what's attractive to you and try to mimic that, because that's what you're watching every day. And then it becomes who you are, which sounds crazy, but if you really wake up and spend time doing what attracts you, you start to become that. I'm going to let Starla hop back on. She told me 30 minutes. So
I'm here.
I could talk for hours.
So fun, and I could listen to you for hours. You crack me up, and I'm so upset that I'm driving and I haven't been able to take notes, because so many things that you said I would love to go back and touch on, but I mean, they got it first time around. They probably don't need me to reiterate it anyway, but I could listen to you forever. Fun fact, I learned how to mute people from my phone while I was driving. So that's good. I learned something about Zoom today. I'm on a big curve right now. I wish I could show y'all. I just exit the freeway. So you know what? We're just making things work. One thing I wanted to say, Megan, I think my favorite thing that you just talked about was the pivot what you're doing, pivot where you are. You can always improve. You know, how many times have y'all heard us or any
Nope, I think she froze up. But I do agree. And anytime you can pivot.
They are still working every day. Can you hear me?
Yep, now you're back.
Okay. Everybody that you look up to, at some point, I'm sure they have said that they are still improving. They're working every single day to improve themselves. So it doesn't matter, title or the rank they've reached or the money they have in the bank or the things they've accomplished. They're still always looking to improve themselves. I always like to say 1% improvement. If you can improve yourself 1% more today over what you were yesterday, can you imagine a month from now? That'd be 30% improvement if you improve yourself 1% every single day. So changing just a little bit every day can improve where you are today. So I heard on a podcast this morning, 99% of the people out there are, whether they're already considered themselves happy or not, they're looking for happiness, but they're doing it with zero amount of clarity. Like they have no idea what they're shooting for. And what happens? You just continue just kind of going through the motions and letting everyday life just sweep you away, and you're not making any moves to get closer to where you want to be. But there's 1% of the people that in our world, we talk about dream boards, vision boards. Lavelle puts goals before us, which is why I fell right into success here right from the beginning. Not that I wasn't putting in the effort. I put in the effort because Lavelle told me exactly what I was shooting for. I was shooting to get 2 customers to get my thread for free. And then I was halfway to a $600 bonus. So I needed 2 more people. And then it was, okay, well, now you help those people do the same thing. And then you're 4K. Oh my gosh, now you're going to help all those new people that just joined you in this business go 4K. And then you're 12K. Like, they set the goals before us. And that gave me clarity. I knew exactly where I was headed. So this opportunity is where I have gained the confidence that I have now. The success that I've had here is because Lavelle set me up for it. I wake up just like Megan. I can give you a whole list of those products that I would never consider not putting in my body today. And as they come out with new products, my product list grows because they're all amazing. I need them. My body needs them, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. So they set us up for success. And like she said, and I said it at the beginning, there's always something to celebrate. There's always something to look forward to. There's always something around here to be excited about. So everyone on this Zoom today, you're 1% better today than you were yesterday just because you showed up today. Now, what are you going to do with the information or the motivation or the inspiration that you just gained? What you do with that, you can continue to improve yourself today, and then again tomorrow, and then again Wednesday and Thursday. And then we're going to be watching all the celebrations from Lavelle Thursday and Friday for those of you not going to be there. And that's another thing I'd like to touch on. On our team huddle last night, sweet Miss Betty Shelton brought this to my attention, and I love it. I want all of you to go move forward through this week knowing, I'm sure you have an upline. If you're going to be in California for the celebration, congratulations. That's going to be amazing. But there's some who wanted to wishes that they could be there, but I mean, it's just not feasible. So I'm sure you have an upline that is going to be there. You have to know that that upline is there representing you. Betty said, have so much fun, Starla. I'm so proud of you. And I feel like with you being there, a little part of me is going to be there. Not only, I mean, because we're one team, right? One team, one dream. I do feel like I'm going as a representative of my rock star team. And your upline leader feels the exact same way. So I want y'all to go move forward with this week with excitement and knowing that if you've got someone in your organization that's going to be in that room, feel like you are there too, because we're all deserving. We all have the same things to celebrate: the products, the company, the future. That's what I'm most excited about. It's awesome to celebrate the last 10 years and man, the accolades that we have to celebrate. But what about the next 10 that we're all here to be a part of? Like, it's only going to get bigger and it's only going to get better. The first 10 are the hardest. Like, how many companies fail in the first 10 years or the first year or the first 3 years or 5 years? Ours didn't. It exploded, whether we were here for it or not at that time. It exploded. So now they've got it down pat. Now they've been figuring out what they were going to do, like how this stuff works. Y'all, they have it figured out, and we get to be a part of the next 10. So I want y'all to be excited about that. Everything Megan just said, I want y'all to use it. I want you to use it and think about it every single day and know that you're part of the 1% of the world that is moving forward to make your life better and happier because you have clarity in where you're going. Because Lavelle makes it clear for us and sets our goals for us, and there's always something to be shooting for. So Megan, before I hang up, close this out, is there anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I love it. I'm going to just record you saying y'all. I love it. It's my favorite. But I do want to take a picture. So if you're on, smile. I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, thank you, because I can't.
Thank you. Thanks for being on, guys.
Awesome. It was super fun. You guys, like I said, this is only the beginning. Lots to look forward to. So pay attention, thrive out loud, and have a fabulous week. Love you guys. Thank you, Megan.
Thanks.
Bye.